Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And the question of today is, do you prefer XRP or XLM? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see you guys' opinions on it. And also, if you are enjoying the Daily Crypto News, please make sure you press the like button and subscribe to really support the channel because I'm trying to hit 50k subs by the end of the year. Also follow me on Twitter, don't forget that because I'm doing some more updates on here as well. And to just enlighten everybody, XRP is up 6% on the daily, XLM is up about 13% on the daily, which is definitely an uncorrelated move because Bitcoin is only up 0.5%, Ethereum is only up 1%, and that's some big numbers to go by. Well, a couple of cool things from the crypto poet. It just got in that Ripple partner dLocal, which has been confirmed 2 years ago, added Google Pay to its e-commerce marketplace, which is a pretty cool connection to see right now, like a little bit of a triangle connection, which is definitely quite good. I've also been seeing a huge increase in fractal analysis for XRP. I mean, the last week or so, I've seen more fractal analysis than I've seen in the rest of my years of being into finance and crypto, which is definitely also kind of interesting. But to quote, powerful XRP fractal points to redemption rally, start of new uptrend. Well, after 2 years of an underperformance, XRP may be ready for a new uptrend. And let's see, B-Chain here says, could it be #XRP? And there's a little bit of a chart attached to it. On the XPDUSD price charts across weekly timeframes, a fractal has appeared, and fractals are repeating patterns that are commonly found throughout nature, for example in snowflakes or in flower petals. They also appear on price charts of financial assets like crypto, and the one that has happened on Ripple price charts points to a very powerful rally if the support line holds. So yes, he's stating one right here. Could it be? Could it be? I mean, fractal is just kind of a repetition of something else. And the initial pump after taking off from the trendline caused XRP to grow by over 850%, which is over there, in value. And a pullback happened, followed by another pump of similar magnitude, or maybe they mean right here, and then the second one right there. A pullback happened, followed by another pump of similar magnitude, causing XRP to rise another 900%. XRP then consolidated for roughly a year at new highs, and then as Bitcoin reached its all-time high of 20k, so did XRP. Another explosive over 1000% rally ensued, taking XRP price to as high as $350 per token. And basically the point they're trying to make here is that we're right now at a historical point, which could, again, get a big reversal going on. And I mean, the charts are kind of lining up for it. I mean, the price has already gone up 6% or so right now, but still, there's nothing confirmed. There's no certainty anywhere. And I cannot by any means guarantee that we'll see a followed increase in price. However, over the time frames, we've been doing pretty good. 30 days we're up, 7 days we're up, 24 hours we're up, 1 hour we're up. And if we compare that to Bitcoin, let's see, 26 on the monthly, 21 for XRP, okay. 13 on the weekly for Bitcoin, 13 for the weekly for XRP, 6 on the hourly, or 6 on the daily and 1 on the hourly. And here 0.4 on the hour daily and 0.15 on the hourly. Okay, so shorter term we're doing better than Bitcoin, longer term we're doing about the same, I would say. All right, I just saw something from Tron that I wanted to share as well. Tron Foundation's decentralized apps now available on Galaxy Store. I said it in my previous video, but I noticed that a lot of my normal subscribers actually did not watch that video, and thus I thought it should be a good thing for me to quickly repeat that again in this video right here. Is XRP holding Ripple back? This actually comes after yesterday we had a brief discussion about the connection between XRP and Ripple and getting mainstream partnerships. And one of the big analysts, I believe, noted or quoted that XRP is one of the reasons that Ripple cannot get to full fruition, but XRP will also not get that far because traditional companies will not accept it. I, of course, reflected my opinion saying that they're not holding them back, and it's basically just kind of a snowball effect that has to take place. Like, Ripple just needs to grab some of these partners into RippleNet, which doesn't, by definition, use XRP yet, and then after a while, they will transfer over into the ODL sector, which then will use XRP. But I don't believe that in any way they're holding them back. I believe it's just a transitioning period right now where a lot of companies are kind of waiting for the first big companies to test out crypto. But I believe with China's moves right now, with those coins over there, they're actually helping this whole adoption phase out a ton already. But after that, I believe a lot of companies will also join them over because I think it's just a little bit of the scaredness, or however you would say that, of being the first and it failing, or being the first and nobody accepting you then again for it, which is scaring a lot of them off. But that will all go with some time here, and thus I don't think they're being held back. Ripple sells mainly the solution without XRP anyway, and thus I don't believe there's any reason to doubt or think that even. And if you want more on that, just check out my yesterday's video because I explained it in there all the way, which I think was pretty obvious. Ripple's XRP price pumping with 25 cents in the cards. The third largest currency, XRP, is pumping, and analysts are expecting it to continue rising, setting 25 to 30 cents as their next target. And I don't know if you guys can hear like a big sound in the background. You know, some people over here, since it's the time of staying home, they're trying to build a freaking pole or something like that in the back of their house. No, what's it called, in the garden? They're doing like a big expansion or something like that, and they have to ram those poles into the ground, which they do with a very big machine. And then, I don't know what it's called in English, but they push it into the ground like crazy. They stomp it in, and it makes a noise, and it goes on all day. It goes on all day, so there's no resting, because you're always going to be hearing that noise, which is definitely quite annoying. But right. XRP is bumping towards 25 cents, heading for 30, and big retracement expected for XRP. Yeah, well, that's pretty much a conclusion that people have been drawing, even though it's not supported by any means. But yes, Crypto Michael asked Ripple, XRP, and then later on he said, holding the green zone for support here, looking identical to XLM before the one surged towards the high range, high. Might pull back a little, but targets are generally 3,000 and 3,300 Satoshi. And then heading for 30 cents is what another analyst said. Yeah, we can see it right here. It's pretty obvious, but traders going by the name of Market Minds are offering their perspective on the current XRP setup. They believe that the coin has a chance at rising and testing the 30-cent resistance. To quote, XRP to Tether is inside a clearly downtrend channel, but on what seems to be a bullish accumulation pattern on the daily charts. If we break this accumulation on the upside movement, we have a lot of chances to test the resistance of this channel, and then we'll see further. But that is around 30 cents, and we might be testing that again, which is not that strange either, and we might be doing some crazy moves from there on out as well. ADA surges 35% in 8 days and looks promising against Bitcoin, Cardano Price Analysis and Overview. So yes, just a brief mention, Cardano price is set up by 4%, but showing weakness in the current 4-hour charts, which I think might be reflected already on the price right now. No, 4% actually. We're up pretty far still. Alright, so that's not true. A correction is likely to play out if Cardano fails to reiterate bullish actions. They haven't yet, so it's a continued move. ADA regained momentum at immediate support, although the price is now roofed at technical resistance. Well, we might breach because it's a pretty bullish move overall in the crypto space, so I'm excited to see what's going to come. And then China approves 224 new blockchain projects from big name brands. Yes, China just approved another 224 blockchain projects. Some major corporate entities in China are involved, like Alibaba and China Mobile. And a large portion of the approved projects are fintech related, and nearly 40% are based in Beijing. That's pretty big, that's pretty insane, that's pretty crazy. And according to a new announcement, the Chinese state has approved another 224. Blockchain projects in China need to be approved to be added to a registry. The state has been ramping up such approvals and now has announced it is allowing another 224 projects to proceed. So over there in China, what I believe right now is that to actually be added and to actually matter, you need to file for it. And once you filed it, it needs to be accepted first before you can do anything. So all these blockchain projects, they've all filed a long time ago, most likely. And only now did they, a lot of them at once, get the approval, the stamp of approval. And now they continue on with their blockchain ventures. And thus, some really big things from China might be coming up right now. Alice Crypto, oh wait, this by the way is the third batch of approvals. And Alice Crypto tweeted about the announcement with a screenshot of the official approval. Nearly 40% of the approved applications were from Beijing itself. The largest category was fintech, which accounted for 53 of the approved projects. To quote, China has just announced the 3-batch list of blockchain filings. 224 projects approved this time. Beijing accounts for nearly 40%. There are 53 fintech blockchain projects, which is the largest category, accounting for 1/4. Pretty big, pretty cool to see. I'm really happy to get that going. And many of the approved projects were big names in China. For example, Walmart China had its blockchain concept approved, intended for food safety tracing, which they're also working with VeChain with, I believe. Baidu, JD, Alibaba, Suning, China Mobile, China Merchants Bank, and others were also mentioned on the approved list. China Merchants Bank, for example, gained 5 approvals for financial services, and in all, the blockchain ecosystem in China is growing like crazy, and the state seems to keen on keeping up the momentum. We will likely see various prototypes be launched in China's end of the year, which is going to be pretty damn big. But guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, make sure you press the like button. And if you did that already, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice day.